Yours is the glory, yours is the name above all names. Oh, what a powerful name it is. The name of Jesus Christ, my King. What a powerful name it is. Oh, think and again. What a powerful name it is. The name of Jesus. Maku devaza kaluki paraka deveketes kapahadabaha. Who name it is? The name of Jesus. Father, bless you tonight for what you have done. We give you praise and glory, oh God, tonight. What is man that you are mindful of him? The sons of man that you visited them. Jesus. On my knees, Livaduski paraka de vezeketeliatosh kapaha. Ivadile kazua dabara de keletesh kadahas. Makusepele vedoshe petesa. Kuzividi atoshki paradi kutisku ari atisketes. Lavadiza kalatosh kepeleketesh. Oh, surrender. Oh, What a God we serve tonight. Leivadushiki paratoski vesa. Kuzi kaparakateske televedoskitas. Italatoshetetes. Surrender. I surrender. I wanna know you more. I wanna know you more. Surrender. I surrender. I wanna know. Is there anyone here tonight who wants to know him more? On YouTube, on TikTok? Is there anyone here who wants to know him more? The Bible declares, he that looks for me finds me. Moses walked with the Lord 40 days and night, and it wasn't enough. He said, Lord, show me your glory. He walked with the Lord day and night for 40 days, beheld his glory. His face was shining like the sun, yet it wasn't enough. He said, Lord, show me your glory. He walked with the Lord for 40 days and night, and it wasn't enough. Leva kosa telekata mokazi katetetes leva deza katoski paragadaba. It's never enough. Makuzakateza katoski paragadabahas. Leiva dize ketele koski parakatasketa. Zivaduza katele keteze keteskita. Ravadoze ketele vedes katoski paradabahas. Lord, have your way in me. Lord, have your way in me tonight. He that looks for him finds him. If you've ever encountered God, it will not be enough. Believe me, if you've ever seen God, if you've ever experienced God, you look and you long for more. Moses spent time with the Lord for 40 days and night and beyond. Yet he prayed and said, Lord, show me your glory. Tonight, if there's anyone here who wants to know him, write in the chat, I want to know you. If there's anyone who wants to know the Lord, write in the chat, I want to know you. Lava dezeketele tosha dadadaha. Riva dezeketele toshkitara dedereketoshka dabahas. Ravadis katosketele vedes katala tetetesketoskita. If you don't mind and you can share the link. You realize I just stood up. I want to take my other phone to share the link. If you don't mind, and you can share the link with friends, with family. Because as many of us that want to know the Lord, tonight is your night. If you know someone who you want them to know the Lord, tonight is the night. Tonight is the night. As many of us that want to know the Lord, if you don't mind, if you can share this link with friends, with family, with loved ones, let them connect, let them be part of tonight. Because tonight is a night of knowing him more. Because people, they are dead in God. They are dead in God. You can walk with the Lord and wallow in the shallows. You can walk with the Lord and just dwell in the periphery. But at the same time, you can walk with the Lord and be in the dead. Jesus said to Peter, launch into the deep. In God they are dead. The psalmist said, I want to know you more. Tonight, all those that want to know the Lord more, tonight is your night. Kalavadeza gabadabaha. Ikatoske perekatas. Liva keza katoski parakata. Ravadeze ketelevedoski pa. Those that want to know him more, tonight is your night. It's a night of knowing him more. The night of experiencing him more. The night of seeing his glory. Moses said to him, show me your glory. There's a side of God you've not seen yet. I know you know God. I know you love God. I know you trust God. I know you revere God. But people, there's a side of God you've not seen yet. They are depth in God. Jesus used a physical activity to express spiritual reality. He said to Peter, launch into the deep. And when he launched into the deep, he caught many fish. Jesus said, launch into the deep. because they are depth in God. They are depth in God. You can walk with God and dwell in the depth. We can walk with God and be in the shallows. The Bible declares, they that do business in deeper waters shall experience the wonders of the Lord. They that do business in deep waters, they shall experience the wonders of the Lord. For the Bible declares that for the children of Israel, the Lord showed them showed them signs and wonders. But for Moses, he showed him his ways. You can walk with God and he will show you signs and wonders. He can show you miracles, and miracles and signs are for babes. Believe me, if you are amazed, perplexed, if you are blown away by miracles, that is reserved for babes. There are those that he showed them his ways. For the people of Israel, the Lord showed them signs and wonders. But unto Moses, he showed him his words. Because you see, you can be given fish. You can be given many fish. You can be given fish in abundance. But you can be shown how to fish. For Israel, the Lord showed them fish. He gave them fish in abundance. They ate and they were filled. But unto Moses, he showed him how to fish. Tonight is the night for those that want to know how to fish. Because in God, they are depth in God. You can walk with God and he will show you, he will give you many fish. At the same time, you can walk with God and he will show you how to fish. Tonight, they are depth in God. Tonight is reserved for those that want to walk with the Lord in depth. Leva kazakatoski paragadabaha. Leva dizeketele keteshkita. Ravadezeketele vedoski parakatas. Ikatoski parakata. Leva dezeketele tuski parakates. Mavikatele ketoskita. Ravadizeketele atoski pa. Leibadoski parakates. Ravadesketele vedeski pa. If you are with me tonight, type in the chat more, oh God, more. Say more. Type in the chat more. Just type more. Because tonight is a night of the more. It's a night of more. More oil, more blessings, more miracles, more grace, more abundance. It's a night for the more. Those that believe, there shall be a miracle. Those that will believe, there shall be a performance. For those that will believe, there shall be a performance. Tonight is a night of the more. Type it in the chat more. More of God. More miracles. More breakthroughs. More testimonies. More abundance. When it comes to God, more is not enough. Enough is not enough when it comes to God. Because they are depth in God. Whatever you have seen in God, there could be more. Whatever you have seen in God, whatever you have experienced in God, there can be more. Moses walked with God and experienced deep spiritual, biblical depth. He experienced rich things in the kingdom. He experienced God in different pedestals, different dimensions. And yet Moses realized that he could still get more. So he said, Lord, show me your glory. And he saw more. Tonight is the night of the more. If you've seen anything in God, there's more. There's more in God. There's more you can experience in God. There's more you can glean in God. Keep sharing the link with friends, with family, with loved ones. Keep sharing that. Keep sharing. Keep blasting. Keep pushing the link. As many friends and family as possible. Let more people come on board for more. Today is more for more. Come on. More for more. More for more. More sharing for more blessing. More sharing for more grace. Because it's the night of the more. The night of more. I have a feeling that tonight is going to be a night for the more. It's a night for the more. It's a night for the more. Those of us watching on YouTube once in a while, you see this come on the screen. I'm yet to figure out what this is. So don't mind. Don't you worry. We'll figure it out and we'll work through it. But this will not stop us from praising, from pushing, from praying, from serving, from worshiping, from pushing for more, because tonight is the night for the more. Nothing would obstruct us from pushing for more, because hear me, whatever you have seen in God, there are more. Whatever you've experienced in God, there are more. There are more. There are depth in God. There are more. There are depth in God. There are levels in God. Tonight, many of us have wallowed in the shallow for too long. We've dwelled in the periphery for too long. We've been in the outer court for too long. Tonight is the night to dive deep. Many of us have swum in the shallows for too long. We've been bathed for too long. God has fed us with milk for too long. Tonight is the night for those that will chew bones, because Paul said, strong meat belong to those that are of age, for them that by reason of use have exercised their senses to discern good and evil. Strong meat belong to them that are of age. Paul said, I've fed you with milk. Tonight is a night for bones, for chewing bones, because they are depth in God. You have been a believer, you've loved God, you've been in prayer sessions, prayer meetings for several years, for several times. Tonight is a night to experience God, because they are depth in God. They are depth in God. They are depth in God. Those that do business with God, they shall see. Those that do business in deeper waters, they shall see the wonders of God. If you do business in deeper waters, you shall see the wonders of the Lord. God is a God for all. He's a God for all. Those that dwell in the deeper waters, they will see. You know, when you go to fishing, you can decide to be in the shallows and throw a hook, a line in the river or in the sea, and you catch some fish, but probably it will be some kind of catfish, silver catfish, or tilapia, at most catfish. But if you go deep, that's where you get the sharks, that's where you get the whales, that's where you get the big fish. Those that do business with God in deep waters, they shall see the wonders of the Lord. Many of us, God is ready for us to dive deep, to venture in deeper waters. You've walked in this place for too long. You've dwelt in this place for too long. God wants us to come to a place where we'll start interpreting dreams. We'll start having spiritual experiences, divine visions. God wants us to get to that place where we will experience more from Him. Tonight, type in the chat, more for God, more for God, more for God, more for God. Because tonight is the night for more, the night for more, the night of more for God. Type in the chat, more for God. God bless you. I can see many are typing more for God, more for God, because tonight is the night for the more, the night for the more miracles, more blessings, more breakthrough, more oil, more grace. Tonight is the night for the more, the night of the more. Ikatoski parakata leiva zekete levezekete reiva duski parakata leiva deskete lekete rava deskete leketoski pa rakute lekete. You see, have you ever wondered why Peter was almost the person that always answered Christ whenever he asked questions? He almost became the spokesperson of the disciples, because he was a fisherman. If you understand how Jesus worked and how he did things in the Bible, and even today, Jesus always spoke in a language they understood. Even now, Jesus always speaks in a language we understand. When he met fishermen, he said to them, I'll make you fishers of men. When he met Simon and James, his brother Alphaeus, the sons of Alphaeus, James and John, the sons of Alphaeus, the Lord said to them, these were fishermen. And so to understand, to help them appreciate what he meant to tell them, he said, I'll make you fishers of men. You understand? Whenever he meets fishermen, he speaks to them using fish. Tonight, he will speak to you in a language you understand. He will speak to you, he will meet you in a place where you understand. Now, Peter, being a fisherman, understood. He knew how to fish. He was experienced in the game. He was a big boy. Peter had his own fishing company, but he knew where to fish. Peter could literally look at the bubbles and tell what kind of fish is in there. He can tell what time in the day to fish. He knew the times and season and knew where the fish were hiding at certain times. But he went fishing and caught nothing. Sometimes our experiences will not be enough. Sometimes the things we learn in school will not be enough. Sometimes our knowledge will not be enough. Sometimes the things we've gained, the wisdom we've gained in business will not be enough. Sometimes our contact will not be enough. We need that divine touch. We need that divine touch. Jesus met Peter and said to him, "Friends, what have you caught?" And Peter said, "We've toiled the whole night and we've caught nothing." Sometimes we toil. Sometimes it's not that we are lazy. It's not that we are not working. We toil and yet caught nothing. Peter toiled all night. Imagine going to fish all night. All night. Many effort. Many of us, it's not that we are not trying enough. We've tried several businesses. We've tried several relationships. We've done our best to give our best, and yet our best is not always enough. We don't seem to be loved, to be appreciated. We don't seem to make it work. The Lord is there waiting for you. Jesus appreciated the fact that Peter had tried and toiled all night. Sometimes it's not about working all night, because the blessing of the Lord makes us riches and it adds no sorrow to it. Sometimes it's not about working all night. It's not about trying all night. Sometimes all it requires is the touch of the Lord, the voice of the Lord, the word of the Lord. Tonight I can see the word of the Lord coming to you to push you to your next level. I can see his word coming to push you to your destination. The Lord said to Peter, "Launch into the deep." Launch into the deep. Peter was a fisherman. He knew that to catch fish, he had to launch into the deep. So in fact, where he was launching was in the deep. But upon hearing God's voice, upon hearing the voice of Jesus, he launched one more time. I know you have tried this thing. I know you've done this over and over. I know you've been through this over and over. I know you've tried this relationship thing. I know you've tried this business. I know you've done this several times. I know you've done this. I know you've tried this approach, this methodology. I know you've tried this several times. But I came to tell you, do it one more time. I came to tell you, try again. Jesus said to Peter, launch into the deep. That wasn't the first time he had launched into the deep. Because being a fisherman, he knew where to launch. He knew that to catch fish in abundance, you can't launch in the shallows. So as a matter of fact, where Peter was in the deep. Yet when he heard the voice of the Lord, he launched one more time. In fact, he said to Jesus that we have worked all night, we have toiled all night, we have launched in the deep all night, but at your word, by your word, I will launch again. I will launch again. Marakatoski parakadaba, levadoski parakata, ziva rakata lakata, levadarakoski perekada, zavadezedelebezebelia pa, barakatelevedeskita. It's not a time to argue. It's not a time to argue, to prove to Jesus that you know best. It's the time to obey. Trust and obey. Peter could have argued. Peter could have showed Jesus that he knew better than him. What will a carpenter show a fisherman? You can imagine. What will a carpenter show a fisherman? The guy was a fisherman, experienced in the game. He had fished from his youth to that age, very old, experienced in fishing. And the carpenter stood before him and told him how to launch, how to fish. How would you show a fisherman, being a carpenter, how to fish? It's not about who is telling you what. It's not about who is instructing you. If the word is coming from the Lord, that's what's enough. Tonight, I know you know better than me. I know you know more than me. I know you experience more than me. I know you are older than me. I know you have knowledge more than me. I know you have credentials more than me. I know you know more than me, but I tell you what, launch into the deep. Jesus told Peter, launch into the, and the guy said, I have toiled all night, but at your word, 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 at your word. Luke 5, verse 3 and 15. He got into the boat, and one belonging to Simon, and asked him to put out a little from the shore. Then they sat down and taught the people from the boat. When he had finished speaking, he said to Peter, put out into the deep water and let down your net for a catch. Simon answered, Master, we've worked hard all night. Is this your story? Some of us, it's so pathetic. It's so sad. It's not that you don't like marriage. Sometimes when your friends begin to speak and advise you, it is funny, because sometimes they create the impression that you don't want to marry, or you don't want to give birth, or you don't want to work. Sometimes friends and family create impressions that is far removed from the reality. Sometimes friends make it sound like you don't want to work, or you don't want to make money, because sometimes your effort are not enough. You've worked all night, you've tried your best, but it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. And someone answered, Master, we've worked hard all night and haven't caught anything. Someone, is this your story? Can you relate with this? You have worked all night. You've worked all year long. You've worked for 12 years. Some of you've dated for 5 years, for 6 years, for 10 years, for 5 months, and yet you are far away from marriage. You've tried your best in this relationship. You've tried your best in this marriage. You've tried your best in this business. You've done all you could. You've worked so hard. Wake up at night, at dawn. Wake up at dawn. Try your best. And yet it appears your best is not enough. Peter said, we've worked all night, Lord. We've worked all night. We've worked all night. We've worked all night. But by your word, I will let down my net by your word. By your word. Tonight, I didn't come to empathize with you. I didn't come to sympathize with you. I didn't come to hear your complaints. I know how hard you have worked over the years. I know how hard you've worked in this relationship. I know how you've tried. I know how you have tried your best. I know how you've prayed, you've fasted, you've done all the things you could do as a person, as a man, as a woman to make this work. But it just doesn't work. It's just not working. Tonight he's here. 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 Ravadeske televezagadabaha. Ravadoski parakata. A similar story could be found in the book of Luke. In fact, the book of John 5. The man by the pool of Bethesda. That is one of the most saddest stories you can find in the Bible. A man blind from his infancy, had never seen the light of day, had never seen the day of light, managed to find himself by the pool of Bethesda. He's learned history to know that the pool contains virtues for healing. He's been informed with enough knowledge to understand that the pool of Bethesda contains what it takes to heal him. But he has been by the pool for several years. He managed to get by the pool, which means some loved ones managed to get him by the pool, but none was patient enough. None had what it took to get him inside the pool. Many of us, that's our story. We have friends and family who love us enough to get us close to the pool, to push you with some money, with some seed money, to push you with some gesture of love and kindness. But that is not always enough. And all that you need All that you need, all you require is a little push into the pool. There are some of you, all you need is a little push, a little seed money, little love, little affection, little kindness to jumpstart you. And sometimes it's so sad that all that it takes, this man find himself by the pool of Bethesda, just by the pool. And he understood by reason of history that whenever an angel comes to stir the pool, stir the waters, and the water is muddied, is stirred, whoever enters the pool first is healed of any ailment, of any ailment that a person had. And this man was moved from his house by the pool of Bethesda, which means that he had initial help. There are some of you that you've had initial help. Friends and family and loved ones have expressed some initial gesture of love and kindness, but all you need is some push, some little push. Say more for God. Say more from God. You know, initially we said more for God. Now type in the chat more from God. More from God. Because sometimes what we receive from human beings are not enough. Sometimes what we receive from people are not enough. They have done their best. There's so much any person can do. There's so much any man can do. There's so much any person can do. There's so much any friend, even family can do. Because sometimes it can even be your parents. There's so much they can do. But tonight, more from God. More from God. From eternity, Jesus had seen this man from Bethesda. From eternity, he has seen. Because the man had been by the pool of Bethesda for 30 and 8 years. And for 30 and 8 years, this man had been there. Many of you, he had been by the pool more than your age. And 30 and 8 years, he lived. He ate. He drank. And he was still by the pool. People fed him by the pool. Sometimes they will feed you by your problems. They will feed you. They will give you initial help. The guy was by the pool of Bethesda. He was being fed. He was being given some gestures, some arms to live, to be sustained. But all he needed was one gesture of love. One person who was determined to push him from the periphery, from where he was, into the pool. But the people were giving him some help, some initial help, some food. There are some people, there are some friends, there are some family that will give you little help, but not enough to push you to your destination. Tonight, the Lord is here. The Lord is here. From eternity, the Lord has seen. Jesus had seen this man struggling, and he went because of him. I have a feeling tonight that Jesus has joined this group because of you. I have a feeling that he has dropped into this group because of you. Literally, he has joined this because of you. And he's coming to your rescue. This man from the pool of Bethesda had a very sad story. For 38 years, he was by the pool. And once a while, an angel would come and stir the waters. But just when he was trying to get into the pool, someone would jump into it. Someone would jump into it. The guy was lame, couldn't walk. Whatever his situation that he had, he couldn't enter the pool. Friends got in there, but couldn't push him into the pool. There are many of us that friends have got you this far. Family has gotten you this far. All you need is a help from the Messiah, and he's here. Type in the chat more from God. More from God. Because he never gets tired of us. He never gets tired of us. Friends can get tired. Family can get tired. Loved ones can get tired. And genuinely, people oftentimes mean well. They mean good. They will do well. They help you. But there's so much anyone can do. So people get tired. Human beings get tired. But unto him who is able to do exceedingly, abundantly, above all we can imagine or think. Friends can promise. They mean well. They wish they do it. But sometimes they just cannot do it. But unto him who is able, not just to promise, but to also do it. Jesus came close to this man by the pool of Bethesda and asked him what he wanted. And like every one of us, we were so tired that when he was being asked what he wanted, he's been depressed to the point that he had to recount his story. There are many of you, the Lord is here to ask you what you need, but you are still telling him what you have been through. You are still reflecting where you have been and what you have been through. Tonight it's not about where you have been or what you have been through. It's about what you need. Move past what you have been through. Some of you, you've been through so much abuse that you cannot go past it. You've been reviled. You've been abused. You've been battered and beaten that you cannot go past your pain. Move past it. Move past your pain. The Lord was asking the guy by the pool of Bethesda what he needed. The Messiah, he who sends the angel to stir the waters, was with him, asking him what he wanted. And he was recanting, telling Jesus how that the angel comes and stirs the waters and there has no one. Enough of complaint. Enough of nagging. Tonight is not a night to nag. It's a night to hit a nail by the head. A night to tell him exactly what you want. This guy was by the pool of Bethesda, being asked by the one that stirs the waters, the one that sends the angel, the one that released the angel. And the guy was still looking at the angel. There are many of you, you are here hearing from the one that sends the helpers, the one that touched the heart. The Bible declares the heart of a king is in the hands of the Lord, like rivers. He turns the way he wants. The one that sends helpers, the divine helper, the one that sends them is here tonight. If you can speak to him, if you can tell him what you need, what you want, not how you've suffered, not how you've been depressed, not how you've gone through pain. He sees all that. He sees that. He sees that. The psalmist said he knows your name. He knows your every tear. He knows your every pain. He sees each tear that falls. He calls you. He comes when you call. The Lord knows you. And so it's not a night to tell him what you have been through. It's a night to tell him what you need. Jesus said to him, the one that sends the angel is here. Tonight, many of you, your story seems so similar. And it's so familiar. You are beside a familiar ground. Tonight, lift up a voice. Like the man by the pool of Bethesda, like Peter. He said, Lord, I've toiled all night. But tonight, if you ask me to toil one more time, I will obey. Trust and obey. Those are the only things that can push you to your destination. Because when we work with the Lord in the light of his word, we have to trust and obey. Because sometimes the things he asks us to do are beyond our imagination. The other day, Jesus' mother, a mom who knows a son, told the people, if I forewarned them and said to them, whatever he tells you, do it. Because Mary knew that his son can sometimes give very unruly advice. He can sometimes give weird directions. Sometimes the things the Lord asks us to do and the places he asks us to venture are beyond our comprehension. There are some of you from here, the Lord will ask you to register a business. There are some of you from here, the Lord will ask you to put a ring on that girl, because he will make you make that move that is beyond what you can take, beyond where you can move. Tonight, lift up a voice and tell him he's here. He that asked Peter to launch into the deep, he that asked the man by the pool of Bethesda what he needed, is here. Lift up a voice and begin to speak to him. In few minutes, Ravadeske pelekata, Rakoshketele koteskipa, Ravadezekete lekete, Liva desketele vezekete. Rakushkepe rakata. Zeva dezeketele vedeskipa. Rava desketele vezekete. Laba desketele vedeskita. Rava desketele vezekete. Ziva desketele veskipa. Rava desketele veskita. Rava doskipa rakata. Ikutele keteskata. Lift up your voice and pray tonight. Rakuskipa rakate. Leiva zeketele veskipa. Rava desketele veskipa. Leiba doskipa rakata. Lava deskipa rakata. He who sends the angels is here. Lift up oskipa rakates. Leiba doskipa rakata. Leiva sketele veskita. Leiva desketele veskita. Ravaskitele veskita rakatoskipa. Le katoski parakata, le katele keteski poski parakata, rakatoski parakatele veskete, le katoski parakata, ikoski perekata, le vazakatele beleketeski pa, le vadeske pelekete, rekatoski parakata la boski pa, ziva dezeketele kete. I can feel it in someone. Lift up a voice and pray. Ravadesketele veskipal. Likuzi katelekete. Ravadesketele veskipal. Ravazakete. Kuski parakata. Lavadezeketele kete. Leibaduski parakata. Labadezeketele vedeskipa. Rakatoski pelevede. Lift up a voice and begin to pray. Begin to pray. Begin to pray. Begin to pray. The Lord asked Peter, launch into the deep. There are many of us, you have wallowed in the shallows for too long. You see, whenever the angel comes to stir the waters, it takes one that could jump into that spot to get healed. It wasn't enough to just wallow in the shallows. The man could go close. He could crawl a bit close, but could never go into the deep. And for 38 years, he was trying. It's not about trying. It's not the number of years you try. It's about just jumping into the deep. There are many of you, you've tried so well over these years. You have tried to get close, but you never hit the nail on the head. You said you get so close, but you never hit it. Because it's not a matter of trying. It's not about trying. It's a matter of doing it. Tonight, if you can launch into the deep, launch into the deep. Lift up a voice and launch. Lift up a voice and move. Lift up a voice and move. You've done this for several years, but you are always trying, jumping around. You are always just beating around the bush. Tonight, hit it by the nape, hit it by the head. Ravadeski parakata, rakoski pelekete, ziva dezedele vezekes, ikatoski parakata, leiva desketelekete, ravadeski telekete, leiba duski parakata, lava dezekete. Lavaduski parakata. Leva dezekete. We have a God who cares about us, who doesn't only care about our spirituality, but our physical need, our spiritual need, our emotional need, our financial need. He cares about every aspect of our lives. Tonight, lift up a voice and pray. The man was telling Jesus how he had been through pain, how he had been through obscurity, how he had been reviled, rejected, but Jesus heal him. Tonight, lift up a voice and pray. Ravadoskipa, Rakusketele ketes, Eva zeketele veskipa, Lavadesketele beskipa, Rapateskete, Leivaduskipa rakata, Lavadesekete, Lavadeskepe. It's a night to launch into the deep. You always pray. Many of you always join prayer meetings, but you never finish. You never close. You jump in for a few hours and for a few minutes and you jump off. You never end. You never finish. Listen, those that will do business in deep waters, they shall see the wonders of the Lord. They that do business in deep waters, they shall see the wonders of the Lord. If you only wallow in the shallows, you can never see the wonders of the Lord. You have to jump into the deep. When Peter launched into the deep, he had a bounty catch to the point that his net began to break. And you know what interesting thing? When he got a lot of fish, his net couldn't contain the fish. There are many of us, we spend too much time reminiscing on our problems that we hardly spend time to mend our net. You see, it is a general and known habit for fishermen that when they don't go to fish, they mend their net. And so when they don't go to fish, they spend time and mend their net. So every fisherman, days that they don't go to fish, they spend time and they mend their net, they repair their net. Sometimes you will spend too much time to reminisce about your problems, to think about what you're going through, that you hardly spend any time to work on the plans, to work on the things you will do when God releases the blessing. There are many of you that are believing God for children. It is about time to start preparing for the child. You are praying about children. Have you set out a room for that child? You are praying about a child. Have you prepared? Some of you have to go and start shopping for the child. You are praying for a job, a business. Have you started working on the things you will do when you start to work? Have you started putting plans in place when you start working? Have you started working on the things you will do when you start working? There are many of you have to move beyond just asking, just in a state of asking and waiting to act, to actually a step forward to the things you will do. If you should marry right now, what will you do? If you should start working now, what will you do? If you should start operating the business, what will you do? There are many of you have to start living your life as though the blessing has been released. For the Bible speaks of Abraham, that Abraham did not consider the deadness in Sarah's womb, but he called the things that were not as though they were. He didn't consider the deadness in Sarah's womb, but he called the things that were not as though they were. Abraham, even though his wife was barren, didn't consider how barren Sarah was, but he began to call the things that were not as though they were. And so he will start think about his grandchildren. He will imagine sending them, imagine spending time with his children, and it came to pass. Launch into the deep. It's about time you launched into the deep. Enough of wallowing in the shallows. Enough of sobbing at night. God is not moved by our tears. There are many of you that are so emotional. It's okay to be emotional, but I tell you what, let every tear fall on the feet of Jesus. It's okay to cry, but ensure that every tear fall on the feet of Christ. The other day, the woman who came with alabaster box came to Jesus crying. He came to Jesus defiling all odds, because he came in a very strange manner. He came and although she will be judged by people, didn't worry about what people will say. He came and just fell at his feet and released the bottle, broke the alabaster box and released the perfume, and the perfume filled the whole room. And when she poured the perfume on the feet of Christ, she began to wipe it with her hair. She began to clean it with her hair, not looking at what others will say. When you come to Jesus, don't look at what friends will say. Don't look at what family will say. They're asking you, why are you praying every night? Why don't you go to work? Don't look at what they are saying. Because I tell you what, when it comes to Jesus, those that make daring moves are those that get their results. Jesus looked at the woman who was wiping his feet with her hair and made a profound statement. He said, Simon, I've been with you all this while. I've stayed in your house for all these days. You've not given me water to wash my feet. But look at this woman who just came and wasted a whole box of ointment, of perfume on me, and has wiped my feet with her hair. Behold, what this woman has done will go down in history as one phenomenal and one great act of faith. And wherever and whenever the kingdom of God shall be shared, what this woman has done will be mentioned. And look at me here talking about it because Christ has prophesied it. Those who speak, those who make a move for God, always get results. Don't bother about what others are saying. Don't look at what they are saying. Look at the mark. Look at the target. Tonight, those who can launch to the deep, those who go beyond the usual to the unusual, those who go beyond the usual prayer, the usual types of prayer to the unusual, are those that will receive from the Lord. Lift up your voice and begin to pray. Whatever it means to you to launch into the deep, launch now. There are some of you that you've not prayed for this long before. You've not been so consistent before. When it comes to God, consistency is a key. Lift up your voice and pray that, Lord, whatever you need me to do, whichever area in my life I need to launch into the deep, whatever area in my life that I need to improve, help me. Lord, help me. One of the most daring prayer is the prayer of help. One of the prayer that, there's no one in the Bible who ever asked for help was ever denied help. Say, Lord, help me. Lord, help me. You can type in the chat, Lord, help me. Lord, help me. Lord, help me. No one who ever asked for help was ever denied help. Not even the woman that asked for help for her child. Even though it wasn't the time of Jesus to do the miracle, because Christ came for the lost sheep of Israel. Christ came for a few people, and his assignment was just for the few, and through the few he would touch the many. So at the time, it wasn't a time for everyone else to receive from the Lord. It wasn't a time for the Gentiles. It was only the time for the Jews, because he came for the Jews so that through the Jews he will save the world. So he says that I came for my own, but those that were my own did not receive me. But unto them as men that will receive him are given the power to be called sons and daughters of God. So he came for the few, that through the few he will save the multitude. It was a time for the Gentiles, and this Gentile woman was asking for help for her child. Jesus made it point clear that it wasn't time. He made it clear. He was blatant about it. He said, woman, it is all right to take the bread that belongs to the children and toss it to the dogs. Insinuating that woman and her child were dogs. But she wasn't offended. But there are many of us that you take offense too quickly. You take offense too quickly. She wasn't offended. She said, Lord, indeed, it is true that it's not right to take the bread that belongs to the children and toss it for the dogs. But you know what? The children can eat the crumbs that fall from the table of their master. And the Lord said, indeed, I've not seen a faith so powerful in Israel like this woman. No one who ever asked for help was denied. Not this Gentile woman, nor even the mother of Jesus. Mary walked to Christ and said, Lord, help the people, because it is a wedding feast, and yet their wine has run out, and it would have brought reproach, disgrace, and embarrassment. So please help. The Lord said, woman, what do I have to do with you? Although Jesus made this statement to his mother, he still acted anyway. No one who ever asked for help was ever denied help. Say, Lord, help me. Lord, help me to push into the deep. Lord, help me. Lord, help me. I want to do more for you. I want to go more for you. I want to go miles for you. I want to become yours. I want to do more. Lord, help me. The other day, Jesus said that if you have faith like a mustard seed, you can command mountains and it will move to the yonder hill, to the yonder sea. Then his disciples said, Lord, I believe, but help my unbelief. Say, Lord, help me. Lord, help me. You can type in the chat if you don't done so, Lord, help me. Lord, help me. Lord, help me. Lord, help me. Say, oh Lord, help me. Lord, help me. There are many of you that enough of the words, enough of too much words. Because sometimes we don't even know what we need. Sometimes we can't well articulate the things we need. So if we can articulate what we need, the prayer we have to pray is that, Lord, help me. Lord, help me. Those three words can mean a lot. Those three words can mean a lot. So, Lord, help me. When I'm sick, Lord, help me. When I'm broke, Lord, help me. When I'm confused, Lord, help me. When my heart is overwhelmed, lead me to the rock that is higher than I. Oh, Lord, help me. Lord, help me. When my mother is sick, my family is sick, when we are broke, when we are confused, when we are sad, help me. Help us. Say, Lord, help me. Lift up your voice and say, Lord, help me. Wherever you need help, ask for it. Because those that ask for help receive help. One thing about God you should know is that He will not invade your privacy. He will not invade your space. He will not invade your private space. He will not invade your privacy. He's given us our will, and He will not invade our will. So until we invite Him into our boat, He will pass. Until we invite Him into our situation, He will pass. There are many of you that He watch on and see you are drowning. But until you call Him for help, He will not hold you, because He will not push Himself on you. He will not force Himself on you. So say, Lord, help me. My family is drowning. Lord, help me. My children my children are going astray. Lord, help me. My sons and daughters are dying, are going astray. Lord, help me. I am failing my exams. Lord, help me. I'm going bankrupt. Lord, help me. My business is drowning. Lord, help me. Ask for help. Say, Lord, help me. It's not shame. It's not a shame to ask for help from the Lord. You know, sometimes when you ask for help from people, they will laugh at you behind you. But if you ask for help from the Lord, He will not mention it to anyone. As a matter of fact, He will help you, and no eye will see it, no ears will hear it. It is safe to ask for help from the Lord. You are safe when you ask for help from Him. Say, Lord, help me. Say, Lord, help me. Lord, help me. Lord. Tonight, in the next 3 minutes, say, Lord, help me. Lord, my family is drowning. Lord, help me. My business, oh Lord, help me. Say, Lord. Say, Spirit, lead me. Oh Lord, help me. Lord, help me. If there's anything that is the difference between David and Saul, when Saul was busily clinging onto the throne, when Saul was busily holding onto the throne, and he would do everything to maintain the throne, he will kill, slander, betray, just to sustain and maintain the throne. David was ready to let go of the throne. He said, Lord, you can take the throne, take the money, take the power, take the influence, but take not your spirit from me. Cast me not away from your presence, O Lord, and remove not your spirit from me, but restore unto me the joy of my salvation, and renew a right spirit in me. Say, Lord, help me. David prayed and said, Lord, help me speedily. Hear me, if you know how to pray, you will not be denied. David said, Lord, help me speedily. Lord, help me speedily. Help me speedily. Lord, help me speedily. Lord, help me speedily. I don't know about you, but I need help speedily. I don't know about you, but I need help speedily. So Lord, answer me quickly. Psalm 143. Psalm 143. He said, Lord, help me speedily. Lord, help me speedily. Don't delay. I need your help. Is there anyone here who needs help speedily? Who needs help as a matter of urgency? Right? Lord, help me speedily. Lord, help me speedily. Lord, help me speedily. Lord, if you don't need this help, you can be. But those that as many of us that need help speedily. Psalm 143 verse 7. Answer me speedily, oh Lord, my spirit fails. There are many of you, if God doesn't come through quickly, you'll be drowned. If God doesn't come through quickly, your faith will fail. The Bible declares that the rod of the wicked will not rest upon the Lord. A portion to the righteous, lest he put his hands into iniquity. There are many of you that it's not you don't want to sin against God. You don't want to fall against God. You don't want to cut corners. But the situation you are in